So here we have our pinks. We have the two pinks that are actually in line with the cosplay. This is all scrap fabric. This is a little bit of extra satin that I have laying around. These are probably the two fabrics I will actually be using, and this is more likely for the darker part of the cosplay. Like, I'll use this for the ribbon. This, if I have enough of it, I'm going to use it not only for the top but also for the legwear, though it doesn't feel the nicest. I do also have this pink, which, as you can see, completely different pink, and is also not in line with the cosplay whatsoever. I would call this more of a magenta pink, because it's more purpley. Like, there's a like here to here, there's a higher like blue contents in this pink. This one is a, I believe, cotton lycra. Not even, it's like less thing than cotton lycra, so it might be cotton spandex or stretch cotton. One of those ones. It's very similar to cotton lycra, it just feels slightly different and it might be a little bit older. I might actually end up using this for the Barbie movie. But these are two fabrics that we are going to be using, but I just need to take a small swatch of each. I do also have pink up there, but as you can see, I have a bit of a mess to get through. I also have some yellow stretch in here, which is definitely the color that I kind of want, though I'm gonna see if I can get a paler yellow as well. Again, I'm gonna get a swatch and just in Spotlight test all the colors next to each other, just because you can see these work. You can clearly see, right? Well, I do also have some light yellow satin and some just yellow fabric, but this one isn't gonna be great as skirt fabric, though I do have it as an option. So if I had something more on the lines of that for this outfit, then fine, but this is stretch lycra. This is like actual lycra, so this is gonna be expensive. So I think I'm gonna end up going with this because this will be the much more comfortable option than having this, especially since it's a turtleneck and I have to get it around my head, so it will end up being this fabric. For the skirt, I would prefer it to be this color, though I don't want to have satin for the skirt. Satin is more so for the accessories. I would like to have mostly like matte fabrics, so that if there is bits of satin, it's on top and it like pops, because I would like this for like the collar and this for the legs. But again, I don't mind. I'm just building a fabric profile basically. Where the fuck? I had a fabric piece in here that I took from my aunt, and it was a piece, oh, the skirt piece, and it's a pink, like, pink skirt. Figured it would be good for this. If I can find it in this mess, I will probably use it as well. But that pink's nice. It's too light. There's also a pink in there that is a different type of fabric entirely. So we're just going to start with this, building a little swatch palette, and then taking it to Spotlight with us. But of course, I'm not the only one going to Spotlight. Time to wake up. That's my fabric. I'm currently just trying to figure out how to do the design, and she sits on my fabric. What a little shit. And this one keeps blinding herself by accident because she's right under the light. But these are my fabrics. These ones, that one's not going to be one of my fabrics. This one probably isn't going to be one of my fabrics, but it's a good stretch that I might use for my legs, because I currently have this and this for the top. For the skirt, I've stolen this fabric from my aunt. She already did it. It's already cut as a skirt, so I just need to fix it up and then I can use it. But that's gonna be the body of the dress. Stop! 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 Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Yes, I'm trying to build a pattern for this outfit based off of this top and this top, because this is my turtleneck, and so I can build it easy off that. And then this has the right like ruching that I need. So yeah. Okay. So I've just tried to figure out how to do the shirt. This is the shirt and the top skirt color. Again, this is most likely going to be the underskirt color, which I might put another thing of fabric underneath it just to make it like that, to make 4 skirts, but also could just leave it with the yellow on top, because that will also make it the like peachy color-ish. It'll make it a little more orangey than peachy, but still, it's a decent skirt piece that I don't have to cut. But the way that I've figured out how to do my top is a little weird. Because I have these designs. Obviously it's a little bit weird. I've only got like what exact measurements I need, and this is on the fold. But I've based it pretty much off of this shirt that I thrifted, because this is the kind of like in effect that we want with the top, and I really got that by having a 60 centimeter top and putting an elastic in to my measurement. And so I'm trying to translate that onto this fabric here. Still have plenty of fabric for a top skirt right now. So from this piece, I'm just going to use the fold that I already have. Basically, Ai's dress is baggy on top with 3 skirt layers. In making my patterns, I decided to split the top of the dress into 2 pieces, and that would be a good idea to accommodate the bagginess on top with the smoothness at the bottom skirt. And so, using the maroon top for a neckline, seeing as I need a decent amount of the neckline to accommodate the yellow fabric and the dark pink satin, as well as the green top for a hem width reference, I made my own pattern and put it directly onto the fabric I'd be using, as this was about a week before the actual convention I was attending. In future, I'll make an actual practice piece, because I needed to lengthen the top and add darts, which I completely neglected when planning for this shirt. At least the darts were easy to insert, but they took more away from the end length. Okay, and these are supposed to go to the side seams here. This seam that is on an angle is supposed to go here. So I'm not totally happy with how it's bunching, but if it's like being all pulled down at once, it should be fine. So I'm just gonna try and see the thing. Now we're going to my big yellow, what's it called, fabric. I forgot to record. This is neck piece. These connect to this. Neck pieces. Woo. I'm going to get an extra meter of this and an extra meter of this, I think. I'll do that now. Kitty cat. Kitty cat. Ah, the kitty cat. Kitty cat. Just with how it drapes, I'm probably going to end up using this fabric and not using the shiny side but this side. So I'll iron it and just have it like pleat around the top, and then use this for the likes of the gloves and all that sort of stuff. But I will double check that this can like be stripped and like worn as a thing, but I think this one might be nicer to use, so I'll do that in the morning or tomorrow or next day, and I'll start sewing all this tomorrow, I think. This is skirt 1 of the 3 skirts I need to make. I also need to make a new petticoat as well, but this is the first one and it looks really nice. We ignore her, she's on the back for a reason. Yes, and I've added a little waistband with some elastic so that it comes off and on pretty easy. So yeah. just need the one skirt in the middle, which will probably be this. So let's shove this underneath right now. If I do
Sorry, bad. Sorry, that was loud, I know.
This, something along those lines. Because yeah, that like that, I wouldn't mind. But it means I need to add another section here on top of all of it, and this is supposed to be gathered. So it would definitely add another layer, but obviously this is meant to be like really ruched up, and it would be underneath that, so you can really see if I switched around. So I'm going to work out if I can get another section. I might put tulle on this and sew it together like that. Yeah, that's actually probably what I'll do. I'll add a layer of tulle on the top, then put it on a waistband, and so it can be in the middle of these two, just sat under there because it would be a really nice colour, and then I'll have an actual petticoat underneath. But that is all for tomorrow. For now, I think I'm going to work on the, what are they called? On the blue stars that go on the top. I would also like to work on these, which will be part of my
which one's your favourite?
Arms, legs, and
yeah, I like that one too.
Possibly this up here, but I will double check that batch. That is a thing for probably tomorrow to do, because I have to read up on it for a bit. But in one day, I sewed 2 skirts, and they're pretty freaking good. Like, outside of this cosplay, I could actually wear this with a different cosplay. Same with this. This is why I like doing it in pieces. This is the 5-layer skirt, which I'm not too mad about, seeing this is the like Miku skirt, but the blue underneath is a little bit concerning to me, so I'm gonna make a 3-layer one instead, also because this one does like come up a little bit too much in some places, so I have to wear like safety shorts underneath, so I'm gonna have to do that regardless. Also ignore that, please. But yeah, so I'll do that. What I have done in the what I've done in the meantime, so this is going to be the waistband to this skirt here because it needs some lengthening. I've got this, which I'm going to fold over, and you can see it's like got the shiny side and the matte side. The matte side is actually what I want. It's like a really nice pink colour, and it matches with this pretty much. Like you can see here, it's a perfect match. While I would like the shiny side, I feel like it's going to throw off the balance of the entire outfit. So I'm going to do the matte side for the collar. And yeah, so this is for a skirt, for the top. And these are what I'm going to be working on for now, which is my petticoats. I've got 3 layers here, which is just the waistband side. I'm gonna do the same thing as I'm gonna do with this, where what I'm going to do is fold it over like that and create a waistband hem and feed it through with this elastic here. And then the rest for this one, for the rest of them, I'm going to sew it just under the waistband so that like I can still have that gathered effect, but it's like not to the same degree. But my backup is definitely this skirt, like this underskirt. It's just that this one is a bit big. and not like, while it's fluffy and nice and all that sort of stuff, it's not quite what I want. Plus, as I just said, the blue underneath really annoys me because it kind of turns the yellow fabric a bit green. So using the blue fabric for the actual waistband and then using the white fabric for underneath is probably going to be my best bet, because you're not going to see the blue fabric. I will say I'm probably going to have to put on shapewear for this cosplay, because the waistbands, despite the fact they are made to my waist and stretched out a bit, wow, 3 of them dig in really badly, which isn't favorable, but yeah, so I've purposely made the last 2 longer so that I can like bear the burden of 5 skirts. Should I have sewn them all into one skirt? Probably, but like this is just easier to take on and off. I am tempted to cut into this one and make a longer waistband, but I don't really have that right now. The yellow skirt's just fine. I think my main problem is the pink skirt, just because of how restrictive it kind of is. The yellow one is a little bit painful, but not too much, and the blue one's just fine. So yeah, this is what I got so far. It looks pretty nice. If I want to use this, I will, but I'm going to try and use a white petticoat instead. So I stopped at 2 layers because I wanted to see the volume of it with the skirt on, and this is like the perfect volume. Like, yeah, there's some bits that could be improved, but this is the perfect volume, and I still need to add a second layer into this. I am starting to be tempted to sew said second layer into the pink skirt, just because the amount of elastic bands on my waist is really restrictive. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that. But other than that, I really like this so far. I really do think I'm gonna have to sew the 3rd skirt, which is under this one, into this one, just because, yeah, it's a lot on my waist right now, and this is elastic too. So yeah, and the best way that it's the most comfortable is if I have was it something like a shirt underneath it. So I'm gonna have to wear a singlet on the actual day. Here is the 3rd skirt piece. I kind of need to adjust it a bit so that if I do this, it does poke out a little bit. But as you can see, the pink skirt does cover most of it. I used a bit of tulle to lengthen it at the top here. Not the biggest fan of it, and I do need to trim the tulle a bit, but oh, there's a big fucking hole here. We're gonna ignore that. If it comes off, it comes off, because the pink skirt itself is fine. I'm happy if I just wear this without the underlayer, but if the underlayer needs to be worn, then I'll wear it. But yeah, so it looks good. I'm liking how it looks, and it looks really cool with this on. But that is the main skirt, and I really like how it looks. It's nice and big and fluffy. I'm still mad about this section here, but there's nothing I can really do about it now, especially since I don't really have enough fabric to go over that, and the rest of this looks seamless. So yeah, this is what we're working with, and I might be entering into the MetroComicCon cosplay comp with this. This looks like she's slaying. She's cosplaying Ruby. We're doing cosplay together.
Oh my god, wait, can I see?
No, I'm filming.
Oh!
That's why I was like, oh, she's doing Ruby. We're cosplaying together.
I'm so tired!
Yes, the magical 3rd person is cosplaying Ruby.
No, I thought like there was a photo you found online. It's like, oh my god, you found a picture of Ai cosplaying Ruby?
No. No, so this is how this is gonna go. I'm gonna look at the pink stuff, work that out now, and then attach it all, and then add the dark pink stuff. This works just fine. This is all stretched. No, you don't get to know how I did it because I did it with fucking magic.
8, 5, 4, 7. Here we go. Okay, let's listen to this one.
Oh my god. What? 1 second. I need to film this.
Oh no.
And I was like, I have a suspicion I know where my cat is, and now I do. I don't know. Why is he there? Huh? Why is your big yawn? Is that what you've been hiding? Don't move.
These were them, yes.
Yes, should be. So I'm just like drawing where I need to
Oh yeah, that's
cut.
fine. I hope I won't get
Oh, I need to
No,
block
no,
you
no.
in the mirror.
It's the next day. We have one sock. One. And I can put it on. And it's good. It's the shape of my foot. But I need another one. So, it's time to change. I am so cold. So, I need to make thigh highs. I made this one pretty much up to about where these are now. So, I'll have to make them the same length on the other side. And if you notice, I have mismatched socks. That's because these are the socks I'll be wearing for Metro, and I'm going to show you how I made this bastard via Cowbutt Crunchies cosplay. Pink thigh highs. So this is the book that I used to reference to how to make my thigh highs. They have multiple different ways, but I basically used the way that they make this and applied it to my thigh highs instead of what they do here, which is they make tights and make them look like thigh highs. which is probably easier, but I am lazy. Then for my wig styling, I'm heavily using, I can't pronounce their name, Kinapatsu Cosplay's books, multiple books. Well, so I'm using them for help, as well as Extreme Wig Styling, once again by Crunchy's Cosplay. So those are all my references for the stuff that I really didn't know. Please go and support these people too. We have a cat. She's come to join us. I don't know when she got there because I've been using hairspray and now I feel really bad. But these are my wig weft things. Yes, I've been having snacks. This is my wig. I brushed it out and have put it like this so it doesn't get tangled. Also because my mum made me put fabric softener and diluted it with water into this. I can now no longer use this as like a squirt bottle for plants. Not that any of the plants that I used with this survived anyway. But now this is like my official wig styling bottle and I have to write on it fabric softener and water. But my mum was a Barbie doll collector back in the day. So yes, we are going to go see the fucking Barbie movie. But she worked with synthetic hair a lot. And so she was the one who was like, okay, brush it out to the point where it gets really knotty, which is right down here. Then what we're going to do is put fabric softener and water into the synthetic hair because she used to brush out Barbie doll hair a shit ton. So that's what I've done. I've been like continuously putting fabric softener and water in here and it actually feels a lot better than it did. There's a bit of knotting up here, but when I undo it to put these bitches in, it should work. But I'm going to be testing how to make wefts after I do this. Currently sits like this, and I know with the like stretch it's going to come down a bit, so I'm just debating whether or not to tighten it a little bit at the back because I like how this sits, though I want it to be a little lower though, and it will be, but I don't know whether to pin it a little more because if I pin it like there it's gonna be a little more difficult to take off. I might go a bit too close to the sun. So this is what it looks like on. This looks really nice. This is the second time I've fucking done it. And it's simple, just sort of a tube, and then the pattern was created out of the pink stuff of what I cut out, basically. So let's pin this, and hopefully it works. This is supposed to be a bit satty, but I designed it that way, and that's how it is on the actual thing. I actually really like this. This is so cool. Oh my god, I made it. Well, can't really pull these around all too much because obviously sewn down. But oh my god, I made the dress. Now I have to do the gloves, that, and the brooch that goes here and the 3 stars that go along here. I'm making all of them pinnable to this because sewing them on would be annoying. So yeah, I do think this side is a little higher than this side, so I might like go around and pin this down as well and like do that. I might do that. Might get my mum's help to pin it though, since I can't really see. But it's so nice. Okay. Basically the full fit. Currently, I really like it. Oh my god, I'm so happy. And I'm going to be using Hollow Flame Cosplay, who is another Australian cosplayer that I met at Christmas Comic Con last year, using their hack, which is going to be sewing across there and making my own wefts out of this shit. Which, will it work? For some of it, yes. Most of it, no. But I'm going to use their method. I'm going to dry these because they've got gel on them. So I'm going to dry the gel and then do it. I have, I think, one weft where it's not still wet. And it is, I think, the first weft that I gelled up here. So I'm going to use this as a test one. But I'm going to take a hairdryer and dry all the other ones. In terms of things that I'd change of the actual cosplay, it'd be the small things such as lengthening the top more, as I'd measured it to where I wanted to put the puff out essentially in her outfits where it's all like bunched together under the belt. And I'd measured it essentially to where my belt would be, not thinking about how it would sit on me and how I would get the belt around it. And maybe in future I'd make it into, or make the top and the skirt into a dress rather than just the top to sort of avoid this issue. Then in more of the smaller things, the things that I kind of rushed by or ignored because I had it on hand, I would make the elastic for both skirts much thicker, and by that I mean in width, because they were too thin and dug into my stomach, which was really uncomfortable to get on and off. I would also make them slightly bigger. I would also have a barrier for the underskirt, as tulle kept getting between my legs. It was really awkward to pick them out just like during the day, and how the puff of the skirt would go because they were rubbing between my legs. So I would definitely put a barrier for the underskirt, which I missed out on. Then I would also work on the wig more. The wig was really awkward. I would like to turn it into a stocking wig, just because of the pink in it and the dark color it is. Also because I cut it too short, because I was really stressing when I cut it, so I cut it stupidly short by accident. So I would preferably work on it more and have a smaller wefts, because the two pink wefts that I made for the sides were way too big and were showing because I'd forgotten about the little ponytail that Ai has. Then when hemming the top, I know I said I was being Icarus and was cutting too close to the sun. That affected my cosplay. Yeah, the hemming made it slightly awkward for the posing on top, so I'm just gonna have to sort of adjust that part, I think. Also because of the shape of which I made the top, made the ruffles. I think I would actually have to cut it in a particular way, like with the skirt for the top, so that it avoids that particular problem in the future. Then, another small thing, gloves, press the seams. I had such a problem with the ruffles on the gloves going forward that I think from now on I would just press the seams even if I'm stressed. Then for the thigh highs, put silicone on the thigh highs because they kept falling down, another thing that I had to fix constantly. And then the last thing is preferably to actually make the hair clip and make sure that there's enough wefts to cover the fucking ponytail, because I forgot it was there, and then just used my girlfriend's scrunchie to fix it. So yeah. Generally, in terms of the actual like appreciation of the cosplay itself, I love the skirt, the neck and the legs, but I need to do a lot of small tweaks.
Alright, coming up next we have the dramatic otaku and her friend, Brooklyn and Miah, as Ai and Ruby from Oshi No Ko. I love the dramatic music for this particular one. It's just beautiful vibes. Hi guys, how are you going? You guys, you just look beautiful. Can you please tell us, these costumes, were they assembled by yourselves?
Yeah, they were. We spent like a solid 2 days in the sewing room together, just like working out the kinks and being like, okay, we do this like this, and we figure out this like this and doing 3 different skirts, and it was very, very stressful. But yeah, we spent like a solid 2 days in the sewing room together.
I love that. It's very important to cosplay together. The friends that cosplay together stay together. And for these ones, what was it that drew you to these characters specifically?
Well, I guess it was just the fact that the anime had come out recently. It's like, oh, so good, we've got a cosplay from it. So that was really the decision, and you know, we get to be mother and daughter, so it's a bit fun that way.
I love it. Well, where can the people find you?
They can find me at justNormal on YouTube.
You can find me at the Fresh Bakery on Instagram. Beautiful. Take a step forward and strike a pose.
Okay, I need to explain why the name of this cosplay group is the Dramatic Otaku and her friends. If you hadn't seen my previous video on MetroComicCon, you won't know this because you're probably new here. But the whole reason I went to MetroComicCon and cosplayed Ai in the first place was because it was my friend Mia's birthday. I'd wanted to join the cosplay comp and was pretty much the only thing I wanted to do for the convention, and it's something that I do at every convention, either the cosplay comp or the cosplay parade. Now, I only went on Sunday. Sunday had a cosplay competition, not parade. So, for the cosplay competition, I wanted to sign up. And my friend Miah wanted to join as well, and we went as a group because we could do so. It was an enterable category and we were cosplaying from the same show, so it just sort of made sense. So that is what we did, and because it was her birthday, she chose the group name, and she really likes this particular channel. So, as a joke and a reference to our cosplay vlog that we did, she wanted to call the group the Dramatic Otaku and her friend as a joke, only sort of for the fans of my channel to understand. Overall, I had a lot of fun, and the cosplay comp in general was super fucking fun. Yeah, overall I really enjoyed going to the cosplay comp. Miah enjoyed being a part of the cosplay comp, and I now have my cosplay sitting in a paper bag because I fell over in it and there are stains on it. So yeah, fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have more cosplay making videos on this channel, so if you want to stick around, I have those on my channel. If not, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!